A nice relaxing day at sea on the Royal Clipper, the largest passenger sailing ship in the world. Oops, maybe not. Time to do some work. So that's the end of my little trip on the Royal Clipper. I've thoroughly enjoyed this trip. I've been on many cruise ships, but never one like this, with sails and rigging and top mizens and things like that. I've learnt a whole new language. It's like stepping back into the 17th century in a way, like being a buccaneer or a pirate. When every port we've called into, crowds have turned out to watch and boats have been circling the ship. If you're going to come on a cruise on this, you've got to be a certain type of person. It's luxury, sure, and it's expensive, but you've also got to be willing to take a bit of rough with the smooth. You're walking around on decks with ropes, climbing over rigging. You've got to be a certain type of character to do it, but if you do, you're going to love every second of it. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, recommend it no end. Well, I did manage to get a few minutes of relaxation in the rigging, and then we went on another tour of Malta. Now this time I went with a guide from the Malta Tourist Authority. We started off in the usual place at the top of the city. Various statues there, Winston Churchill, Einstein. But with a guide I learnt a lot. Here we are looking across to the three cities which stand opposite Malta. This is the place that got a pounding in the war. They fire those guns at noon each day. And there's our ship. During the siege of Malta in the Second World War, they had 2 weeks of food left, and then they were going to have to send a message to Italy. Send pizza, we surrender. Now, one thing that this guide showed me as we walked past the Prime Minister's offices is instead of battling through the crowds on Republic Street, which is what I've always done, you just walk straight down, 1 block to the right, and it's Merchant Street, Streets Mercanti. Same distance, but much, much quieter and nicer. We cut back onto the main drag, however, Republic, to go into St John's Co-Cathedral. This place really has got the wow factor. It looks quite ordinary from the outside, but inside, my goodness, the Knights of St John really did this place up, and it's now being refurbished. It's spectacular. It almost looks like Carnival's Joe Farkas designed it. Gold everywhere. In here, of course, is the famous painting of the beheading of John the Baptist by Caravaggio, which I'm not allowed to video. There's a very stern Maltese lady made sure I didn't. Back outside then, walking through the passers-by. This is a lovely spot, by the way, this cafe is great. And this is a must, the Malta experience. 7,000 years of history in 45 minutes. Back after the show, the harbour there. The breakwaters aren't designed to keep the water calm. They were put there to stop torpedoes being fired straight in at the British fleet. There was an aircraft carrier here during the war, and they threw 1,000 bombs at it. Only one actually hit the ship and didn't do a lot of damage. The other 999 absolutely flattened this area. Then it was off to a very nice little fishing village just up the coast. Beautiful, relaxing. Well, that tour's been well worth it. I've been to Malta many times, but I've learnt more today than I have on all those previous visits. We've come now to a beautiful fishing village called Masselschluck, and that was lunch. It was great. That's it from Malta. See you next time. Bye.